We are looking at the Tamil Nadu elections and how is it curtains for the Nayagan, that is Kamal Haasan. Kamal Haasan, as you know, has opted out, and that is the whole question that we are asking. The DMK has had a very rough time this time around when it comes to seat sharing. I mean, every party some problem or the other for Muka Stalin, the man on the screen right now. It's a huge alliance, of course. It's a gigantic alliance. But the point of the matter is that every party pulled its weight and went in different directions, whether it was CPM, whether it was CPI, whether it was VCK, and even other parties. And the biggest and most influential alliance partner of the DMK started it, and it continued for the ruling party in Tamil Nadu. Seems like the seat sharing process for the DMK has been a real rough going for the party, and this is in decades. Yes, it has a problem of plenty, like I said before, and therefore the DMK had to resort to all kinds of permutation and combinations. It all began when the Congress party demanded more seats than what it had got in 2021, which was 25, and also added yet another condition of power sharing in the eventuality of DMK coming to power. Result, the Congress got 28 and 1 Rajya Sabha berth. But then the adjustments continued unabated, with almost every party pulling their weight and in different directions. As of now, this is how it looks like for the Dravida Munnetra Kazhagam. Congress 28. VCK 8, DMDK 10, CPI 5, CPM 5, MDMK 4, IUML 2, MMK 2, KMDK 2, and Makkal Needhi Maiam 0. The first exit over seat allocation was one Tamil Nadu Katchi led by T. Velmurugan quit the DMK-led SP alliance over the weekend, said that DMK is actually behaving like a big brother and we just do not like it. Yet another ally, the CPM, also drove a very hard bargain and failed to get the 6 seats that it had wanted and then finally settled for 5. Insofar as the VCK is concerned, the DMK apparently has requested the party to adjust so that the other parties can be accommodated. Despite growing discontent within the VCK, which demanded more than 12 seats, including 3 in Puducherry, the party in Tamil Nadu had to settle for only 8. Premalata, the new entrant, however, hit a jackpot, and that party was allotted 10 seats, which is kind of intriguing insofar as electoral success is concerned. However, she also parroted what other alliance partners have routinely been doing, that is, alliance partners of the DMK. The two words which have been used repeatedly: sacrifice and defeating the common enemy, the BJP AIDMK combined. She said, and I am quoting her here, if an alliance has to win, some constituencies must be given up. DMDK will definitely make sacrifices. When others do it, we have on a different view on doing the same. But in all this, what stands out for having failed on several fronts is Kamal Haasan's Makkal Needhi Maiam. The actor turned politician has opted out of 2026 elections and grandly said how the decision to extend the party's support without contesting in the elections was not a sacrifice but a duty. The fact of the matter, however, is Haasan's decision came after the ruling DMK declined to allocate the seats demanded by MNM. The DMK had also asked MNM candidates to contest under DMK's rising sun symbol. The DMK had apparently offered the MNM only 2 seats, which made the actor say as follows: in the current challenging political situation, the number of constituencies has been proposed to me, allocated to us, as well as the suggestion that we should contest under the rising sun symbol are not acceptable to the members of Makkal Needhi Maiam or to me. I fully understand that there is justification on their side for this. In a situation where communal forces are scheming in every possible way to capture Tamil Nadu, the overall chances of victory for the alliance become the primary concern. That is fair as well. But for the volunteers of MNM, the bond with the torchlight symbol is emotional, because the torchlight is not just a symbol for us, it is our identity. I cannot ignore and will not ignore the feelings of my volunteers who have stood by me for the past 9 years without expecting any personal gain. Long bite, very dramatic. Kamal Haasan's party's trajectory, let me tell you, Despite him being a huge star and someone who witnessed the era of MGR, Karunanidhi and Jayalalitha, has been anything but impressive. A year after the MNM was launched in 2019 Lok Sabha elections, MNM contested on its own for the first time, achieving a vote share of around 3.72%, but failed to win any seats. Come 2021, MNM contested 140 plus seats independently. Kamal Haasan himself lost the Coimbatore South constituency by a narrow margin of 1,728 votes, but the party failed to win any seat. Today, the star, who's undoubtedly one of the most talented actor on Tamil Nadu cinematic horizon, has had to withdraw from elections, and obviously because the DMK did not see any merit in allocating any seats to his party. It's a fact that post Vijay, the era of stars catapulting to the center of Tamil Nadu's political arena is now history. Kamal may resort to the high moral ground and talk about sacrifice and duty, but there are indications that it may be curtains for the Nayagan. Listen in to what Kovai Satyan of the AIDMK said.
The decision by Kamal Haasan not to contest in the assembly election is not a sacrifice. It is his incompetence. This is the problem with the actors who are in silver screen. They believe that in public life, whatever you talk in front of the camera is what you need to deliver in public life. In public life, you have to have the political acumen, the leadership attributes and qualities to do good for the people. But unfortunately, people who are from silver screen aspiring in public life doesn't have that leadership acumen and leadership qualities. So, we have seen the n number of people who are heroes in the silver screen starting a political party and winding up sooner. And we hope that actor Vijay will also fall in the same line in a couple of months after the assembly elections.
Let's listen to what Kamal Haasan said, and then we deep dive into the first debate of the South Indian.
DMK is a party. I believe in ideologies. Dravidam vella vendum என்பதுதான் என்னுடைய ideology. That is my ideology. And we will prevail because they know my vision. They follow my vision. And I'm a culturist, as I told you. And we don't have 5-year plan. Minimum quarter century of planning is required for a vision and an ideology. We are centrists. We know we won't lean.
All right, let's now welcome the guest into the show, Kovai Satyan, who's national spokesperson AIDMK, Kalyanaraman, senior leader BJP from Tamil Nadu, and Felix Gerald, national spokesperson for the TVK. A very, very warm welcome to all of you. Vanakkam. Felix, I want to come to you first. I want to ask you something. I have said this, I am saying this. And if you look at the past trajectory of Mr. Kamal Haasan, I think it is curtains for this man, because you can't possibly time and again play on words. He's a great actor. I have no fight with that. But again and again play on words, sometimes talk about the enemy. When I remember when he was hammer and tongs against Mr. Muka Stalin, then coming to his rescue and saying, oh, Hindi imposition, then talking about Tamil, then now saying sacrifice and duty. Clearly, Felix Gerald, it's very clear. DMK said, you fight under rising sun or else please do something else. Felix.
As far as my knowledge goes back, and 2024 he was offered a Rajya Sabha seat,
right,
based on one demand. He has to campaign for all the constituency in Tamil Nadu for parliamentary election as well as for the assembly election. And he was never offered any seat for the upcoming assembly election. That was an agreement signed by Kamal Haasan in 2024. And now it's a big drama that he's playing because he wants to save his face. And once he was a chief minister candidate, now is a star campaigner for Stalin. That's it. All these are dramas and there is no truth. And he was never offered any seat. And the argument of contesting in torchlight symbol is again, it's a big political drama. That's what I can see from it.
He came out of the meeting, he said, I'm very hurt, my cadres. You're basically seeing that that is all posturing. There is no truth to the matter. It was already the prenuptials were signed that you come here, you get Rajya Sabha, you campaign, because like I said, great orator, great speaker. Kove Satyan, I'm going to move away because we heard what you said about Kamal Haasan. But Kove Satyan, I want to ask you one thing. What is the jackpot so far as Premalata is concerned, DMDK being offered so many seats? Look at their past electoral success. Yes, at one time it did emerge when Captain was alive as an alternative to the two, Dravidian parties. But as of today, apart from, getting her as part of the huge alliance, what is it that she made? She got so many seats.
All I can say is DMK has dug his own grave by inviting DMDK on and offering them a Rajya Sabha and 10 seats. One has to go by the vote bank, or one has to go by the perception index, or something tangible where the common man or the people could relate to. As far as DMDK is concerned, what a common man in Tamil Nadu could relate to is, it is a party started by Vijay, and they have fond memories of Vijay. People of Tamil Nadu doesn't have any memories of DMDK fighting for the Tamil Nadu rights. People of Tamil Nadu are standing for any cause for a common man of Tamil Nadu. With such party being offered 10 and a Rajya Sabha, vis-a-vis Congress and VCK, who are the first and second strongest ally, being offered lesser numbers with 0 Rajya Sabha, clearly shows how misplaced the priorities of DMK is.
No, but also
it's
people.
Desperation that has driven Mr. M.K. Stalin.
Right. It's
he thought DMDK will help them to make a checkmate with other allies.
Yeah.
In the other way, it's the other way around. The allies will not work on the ground.
But isn't it also a fact that Tamil Nadu elections, you sometimes just win by whiskers margin? And people say that even these, Kadalur, Salem, Kanjipuram, Ranipet, Vellore, where DMDK apparently has still some kind of an influence, you think that Mr. Stalin is taking no chances and saying everyone come. It's like a Dharamshala now, Satyan.
Oh, I tell you what will happen. The places where you mentioned, let's say for example, DMDK is offered a seat, but DMK has got heavyweights there, and no heavyweights will love to give the seat for another ally.
Yeah.
For that matter, let me quote you an example. When the local body election took place, VCK were offered 18 zones.
Right.
And there were chairmen elect, but DMK members, they themselves filed the nomination papers and they won the elections. Despite MK Stalin calling for them to resign, nobody cared for Stalin's statement. While we are in power, this was the case. Now we are fighting the election. It's like a life or death for many. And the seats offered to DMDK where already a strong face of DMK will be present. They will not work together. This is an unholy alliance. This is not a holy alliance with a common agenda in mind. Their agenda is 0. Their agenda is family.
Yes.
Now brother has got the Rajya Sabha. You have to wait and watch whether son will be fielded for an MLA. So it has become a party with family-centric issues.
Right. Because I also feel after the elections, whichever way it goes, DMK may face, the problem of plenty that they are facing will create a problem. It's like having too many children and only, a little bit of food to be shared. Kalyan Raman sir, let me come to you, Kalyan Raman sir. I'll ask you the crucial question once again of Kamal Haasan. I am saying it's curtain so far as political career is concerned, because Tamil Nadu people are very intelligent. They are not going to fall for this, one day flip-flops, one day saying this, the other thing. He may be extremely intelligent. He may be a wordsmith, but I wonder if all this, this kind of wordsmithness that he uses has any impact on the people. People want to know, what can you do for us? That's about it. So I am sticking my neck out. I am saying he's very happy with his Rajya Sabha seat. He's very happy with his films. Vikram did very well. Others' films will also do very well. But political career, no more.
I think today's decision was the last nail in the coffin of MNM in simple terms. For the first time, Kamal Haasan has declared himself to be a real zero willingly. There are two parties which slapped on the face of DMK and got more seats. There are several parties which succumbed meekly to the DMDK. And there is one party who spitted at the face of DMK and went away. That is Velmurugan's Tamil Nadu. So now it is 28 party alliance. The DMK is confined to 150 seats roughly. On the contrary, our senior partner, that is ADMK, is contesting about 170 seats. So look at the way how people will look at the political parties. When the political party, the party having the highest say, contesting more seats, it shows the levels of confidence. That is what is now in favor of AIADMK and the NDA in turn. On the contrary, the AIADMK got slapped twice and got spitted once, and then made some people to surrender hook or crook, including the MNM now. Given the fact that it is a chaos and confusion, still they have not been able to declare all the seats available. So given the circumstances, they have made a declaration to the common man that we are a confused conglomeration of parties, which is like a snake and mongoose living together in a magic box. So given the situation, naturally the DMK combination or whatever you call it as in the alliance, nothing much is going to happen, even assuming that the DMK manages to get a few seats. Maybe 30, 35, 40 is what we are assuming in the given circumstances. That is what some indications are coming. The way Kamal Haasan has surrendered exhibits that the entire thing is too hollow as far as Kamal Haasan's party is concerned. Of course, if you look at the number of people in MNM, there may be 10-15 people available in the whole party today after the kind of surrender they have had in the last few weeks or few months. So. And you were talking about the DMDK. I must tell you one simple fact about the DMDK. DMDK, if you go to Twitter and search for DMDK, there are only 3 handles available in the whole Twitter system. So that is DMDK, which has got something like 0.5%.
Yeah, but sir, they were in talks with, they were, I mean, with your elder party.
Yeah,
I mean,
we would have given them a couple of seats, not 10.
Yeah. But then she decided to bide her time and decided to join the DMK. That's the question, that why is everyone being attracted to the DMK conglomerate, as it were? Felix Gerald, you're a journalist also a profession, as I recognize you. I want to ask you something. The era of actors becoming chief ministers is Tamil Nadu is long over. The last one, Captain Vijay was one who made some impact. No one can come close to MGR or Jayalalitha or even stalwarts like Kalaignar Karunanidhi or C.N. Annadurai. We've all seen and read about them. Your party is the national spokesperson for the TVK. If this is what is happening to Kamal Haasan, who actually praised Vijay, don't you think that your party has very little chance? Because cine artists doing anything, this generation, I don't think they love them. Vijay is still a huge star, but to give them the reins of political power, Felix Gerald, what is it about TVK that people should vote for the party, sir?
History repeats, and it happened to MGR, it happened to Mr. Annadurai, and it is right now happening to our leader and our party. And today, people wanted a caste-neutral leader who were charismatic on the ground and with the ideological clarity and a corrupt-free government. We are promising a clean government, a noble government, a corrupt-free government, and it is promised by our leader, who is a charismatic leader on the ground. And people wanted change. They had no option all these years. There were 2 political parties looting the state. One will loot for another 5 years and the another one will wait for their turn. And this was going on. And as our leader have recently declared in a public meeting that 30% goes to, from the entire Tamil Nadu budget, 30% goes to our Chief Minister Stalin's tax. So that's the amount of looting that is happening. And today, we are the only alternative to the entire Tamil Nadu. People are trusting our leader, and we have got the confidence of millions of citizens, not the fans, not the voters, but the citizens. So this is going to be one of the rare election that you will witness once in 50 years. Okay. That is going to happen in 2026, and you will agree with me after the results.
Felix Gerald, I wish you all the best. But as I saw, Karur was totally mismanaged. 27th of September will remain etched in our hearts forever.
Karur, the entire world
Sir.
knows what happened in
Sir,
Karur.
sir, it
and
is still,
the
the
CBI
jury is not out.
investigating.
The
You will know
jury is
truth
not,
very
sir,
soon.
jury is not out. I mean, Santanakulam also, it's only now. We were all mourning for, Jairaj and Benix. It is now out. We are still mourning for Ajit. I am still mourning for Akash. Listen, but the point of the matter is jury has to be still out. Sir, you said, one point you said, it will be, we don't believe in caste. First of all, politics is very casteist in India. There is no running away. Otherwise, all these big giants will not be fielding one particular person because of the Tevar population, one particular person because of the Gounder population, etc., etc., etc. Philip Gerald, it has been said that there is a very, very determined and focused attempt on your leader to see that he gets maximum minority votes. There is rumor, I am saying rumor, sir. Please don't tell that he apparently from Chennai, he is from Perambur.
I have something to say
Sir,
about
please, sir, let me finish.
No, let him.
Perambur, Perambur, maybe
rumor.
he will. But it's a rumor, sir. Felix, I am saying to say that it's a non-casteist agnostic election is something I will refuse to believe, Felix.
We approach from our side, we see this entire election without any caste equations. And for a charismatic leader like Vijay, people does not look at him with any caste color, and he is completely caste neutral. You take up Ms. Jayalalitha, you take Mr. Karnanidhi, you take up Mr. Annadure. All these leaders they are caste neutral, and people of Tamil Nadu always opt for a caste neutral leader.
What happens if he is caste neutral?
Equation does not work here, and
he
we don't follow the formula at all.
But does not interfere and opines about what is happening in Tirupparankunram. It does not open his mouth about the police atrocities. It does not opine about anything, but goes to the Muslim dominant area.
We have been telling Tirupparankunram is an orchestrated drama between BJP and DMDK just to create a communal tension so that they can harvest the vote.
Correct. You should be religious neutral also.
Is an issue where DMK and BJP they stage organized to harvest a vote to create a communal unrest.
So
okay,
why should we talk about
all right? I'm
drama?
Okay.
You answer to that. Is your party anti-Hindu?
Right.
You are not casteist, but you are religious. Is that what you are saying?
We are not religious. We are not
when you have something to say something that you have a charismatic leader. I agree with you. I agree with you because people throng. People throng for Chiranjeevi also. Double the number. Nothing happened.
I'm going to change tack now. I'm going to go to Satyan. I'm going to go to Satyan. I'm going to go to Satyan.
Nothing much is going to happen to your party. Everybody knows about it.
The Satyan.
You are out now. Everybody knows about it. You have no traction anymore. Everybody knows about it.
All right. Satyan, well, the election. The elections.
Actors who are publicity crazy and publicity frenzy, stop taking the images and names of our founder leader MGR and Amma. Before finding the party ADMK, our leader was associated on the political lines with the political party, even rose to the rank as a treasurer. Our Amma toiled day in and day out without even getting the role as a propaganda secretary. He was there in politics for 10 years, so they understand the nuances. But the problem with those people who are in the movie world, there were n number of people who experimented in politics in Tamil Nadu. Vijay is not the first person. From Shivaji Ganeshan, Matni Ideal, there are many. Bhagiraj, T. Rajendra, Sharad Kumar, name anybody who are bigwigs. Vijay Gant, they all started, but they couldn't sustain. The reason simple because they are not able to relate themselves with the political culture and climate.
Do you think the same applies for Kamal Haasan? You think the same applies for, you see, Amma, Jayalalitha, MGR, Annadure, Kalingiyar, all of them, they rose. We've seen the trajectory. But even Kamal Haasan, you counted the names on your fingertips. Of course, Sharad Kumar, I don't know what's happening to him. He's written petition, the BJP. But I'm talking about Kamal Haasan. Do you think it is also because sitting in a nice air-conditioned room or climbing onto a electoral, vehicle and giving out dialogues, where is the hard work? I don't see any. As an actor, Kalattur Kannamma. Yes, as a 4-year-old. No two ways about it. What a journey of the actor. But as a political thing, I'm sorry to say, this is curtains for him, political career.
The Vijay on a movie can get a chartered flight, being a CEO in US company and challenge the entire election commission
for one vote. This can happen on movies, but on reality, Vijay can't get onto the ground and nominate a person and make him recognizable in the minds of the people. That's the reality. What I see, the pattern of Vijay is the same as what happened with Chiranjeevi, with other stalwarts, other matinee ideas. I don't see any difference. I would not be surprised after this election if Vijay says that I'm going back to act in movies. And the day is not too far. Maybe Gerard might have a difference of opinion because he feels that his asylum under a political outfit will help them to fight the cases or help him to fight the people who are in the law, who are making the law, who are filing cases after cases on him. So, on a political umbrella might help him on his personal note. But on a political note, political affairs, things are different. I don't see anybody, be the second line leaders or anybody in TVK, who can relate themselves with a common man in political space, including their leader Vijay.
I want to ask.
Now, let me tell you, I am not here to bail out my cases from. I never thought my party will bail out. I can fight my cases on my own. But I saw a big change in the people. People want change. I could see that the 26th election, there could be a major change in politics of Tamil Nadu. And I want to be a part of the change. That's why I opted to be with Vijay and the TVK. And I'm sure this is not going to be, Vijay, our leader cannot be compared with Chiranjeevi or with Kamal Haasan. This is a youth phenomena. There is a huge wave called Vijay wave. People are, you can see the ground swelling. They are not mere fans.
Spare me 10
seconds.
They are
not mere fans. You will see in few weeks, you will see the results.
Satyan, I will give you time. But I don't understand Felix. With
Yes.
Vijay, you are comparing Vijay, much like what Adhav Arjuna did, Vijay and Rajinikanth, it backfired very badly. You are saying Vijay cannot be compared with Kamal Haasan because youth population. What is youth? How old is Mr. Vijay? Is he 30 years old? What youth are you talking about? I know that Kamal Haasan was born in 1954, but how old is Mr. Vijay? Joseph?
Vijay is in his 50s,
that
but
is
the
youth.
entire youth is after him.
Youth.
People are
I don't
trusting
understand.
him.
It's
Women
like
are
Rahul
after
Gandhi
him.
is forever youth.
Women, they trust him as a leader.
Come on,
Children.
I mean, you compare Kamal and Vijay. I mean, both of them as performers or orators cannot come. Vijay is a
But
fledgling.
look at the crowd. Look at the people. How people do they trust?
Please understand,
Kamal
crowds
Haasan?
all the
People
time
trust Vijay.
in every
People worship
election.
Vijay.
Every
they
election.
take him as his leader.
All right,
And he's
Satyan.
been seen as a savior.
I don't agree, Satyan.
Many Puja Room
Satyan.
people have the TVK flags. These are all new phenomena.
Cannot be voters.
I have been seeing this in this society for 25 years as a journalist.
Fans
but
need
I
not.
see these are all the new things that are emerging.
Sir, we've seen big stalwarts. The crowds do not translate into votes, sir. Often you are a journalist like I am. Felix, you know the truth.
Madam,
Satyan.
they are not they are not fans. They are citizens. They come.
There is another word. Come on, Satyan.
To meet our
Satyan,
leader.
come. Let's keep our
How can you
focus on
expect they
Mr.
cannot
Kamal
go to the
Haasan.
nearby booth?
Yeah, Satyan.
To my friend Felix, as a principal opposition, person like me are there on the ground, more time be spent than you and your entire TVK. Perception doesn't translate to votes. All I could see is a noise from your end, from your second line leaders peddle with sugar-coated words and bundle of lies. We are being offered 90 deputy chief minister. We are being offered the deputy prime minister post. Even Modi is willing to give his seat for us. All these are fictitious and fancy
Satyan,
statements
let me
just to
tell you,
keep your cadres cheer
all
for
the
some
political
time.
parties
Real-
in Tamil Nadu,
Gerald, I
all the
didn't
political
interfere when
parties
you
in
speak.
Tamil
Have
Nadu
that
except
courtesy and have the
DMK,
decency.
either way
Have
they
that
wanted to
maturity
be an
when
alliance
somebody
with us.
speaks, keep quiet.
Entire
When
political
someone
party
speaks,
except
someone
DMK,
talks, keep
including
quiet,
Wind
please.
this
you,
up.
your
I
party,
think-
BJP,
I got
PCK, all the political parties
I
wanted
have
to
to
be
wind
there.
this up.
They wanted,
But I want to say one thing
us to
about
come with
Mr.
them,
Kamal
or they
Haasan.
wanted to be with us.
I
That was the
think
scenario.
it's curtains for
And
so
our
far his
leader,
political career is
I have been
concerned.
telling you, we are
It
at the
is,
giving end. We are
unless
not
he
at the receiving
reinvents
end.
himself.
He said no to many of the offers.
Thank you, Felix. Unless Mr. Kamal
We were
Haasan,
offering you
Just
salary.
by
Unless-
Why
keep
don't you
continuously
understand?
talking, you can't create impact with your viewers, Felix. You
yeah,
need to
yeah,
have substance. When
yeah,
somebody is
exactly.
talking,
Very
please have the
interesting. We were
maturity to
offering you
listen.
salary.
first.
I just want to say this as I conclude that Mr. Kamal Haasan, unless he reinvents himself, it's political curtains, because look at the flip-flops. He's sometimes an atheist, he's sometimes a communist, sometimes he detests Hindi, but he acts in Hindi cinema. basically he's a great actor and I think he should stick to that. Thank you, gentlemen.